Namaste children, this is Mausumi here, Science Faculty, Mangala Vidya Mandira. Already we have started chapter 13. In that we have already discussed motion, slow and fast, speed, measuring speed and measuring time. With that also we have discussed unit of speed and time. Today we are going to learn about the measuring instrument for speed and time as well as distance time graph. Okay. Yes, measuring instrument. So we all know that for time we are using nowadays different types of clock, digital, analog, and also we are using digital clock in our mobile. So nowadays it is very easy factor, but long ago, that time there was no clock. People used to understand the time with the help of the shadow from the from any object. From their shadow they can understand the what is should be the time. So like that way, to use the shadow they used to use gnomon like this instrument. You can observe here. So see this line, if you observe this like one handle like it is there. So the shadow, when sun will move from east to west, the shadow will move like this way. Okay, so as the sun will move, the shadow will change from its place. So like this way they understand the time. So this instrument name is gnomon. So here they are using the shadow. Okay, similar way, if you observe the sundial, it is also little bit just improvised version of gnomon. Okay, so that also so in Roman culture or Egyptian culture they used to use. If you observe the number, so everywhere you can observe they used to write in the Roman number. Okay, so from there this instrument has created, and then after that they use that sundial or sun clock, sand clock we can say, then water clock. So drop by drop how much the water drop will come, according to that they can measure the time. Here also in sun clock, in 1 hour this sand will fill the down one. So they will measure, depends on that how fast the sand is falling. So depends on that they will measure the time. So like that they used to use this all instrument long before ago. But nowadays we all know, so this kind of clock you might not be seen or not. So after that these all things, so clock, when clock discover, this pendulum clock used to use. Okay, so here you can observe this part, this is the pendulum part. So it will be moved like this to and fro. So already I have explained the motion of pendulum, so to and fro motion. So like this it will, and it will make the sound tick, tick. Okay, then it will give you the exact time, and it has sound system also. So like this way pendulum clock was there before, but now it is very rare we used to see this pendulum clock. Nowadays you can observe this kind of things. So this all, other than this we are using wristwatch. Okay, so this digital, analog, this type of clock nowadays it's very much available. Okay, so nowadays we can use the mobile for time also to check the time. So mobile we are using digital clock. Okay, so this is to measure the time. So already I have discussed the unit of time is hour, minute and seconds. Okay, next, to measure speed. So those who have, I hope everyone has traveled with the any vehicles like bike, scooter or car, anywhere. So you might observe that 1 meter like this instrument, it is fixed with the car okay, near. So here you observe, so this is known as speedometer. Yes, so this is known as speedometer. That means it will shows the speed. So already that means if it shows this shows like this, means it is 10 kilometer. That means 10 kilometer per hour the vehicle is moving. So now you can see here it is in here. Okay, so it is in 60. Okay, that means the vehicle is moving 60 kilometer per hour. So this speedometer range like this. So which this arrow mark, which place it will indicate the vehicle is moving in that speed. So this is called speedometer. With the help of the speedometer we can understand how much speed the vehicle is moving. Okay, so how much speed it is moving we can, but in that how much kilometer it travels we can understand with this instrument. So here you can see so many numbers is written. So when we will pass 1 kilometer, this place number will be get changed. So when it will be like 7, 8, 9 and then it will be 20. Okay, so like that it will getting change continuously when the vehicle will run. So 1 kilometer after it will get change. It is also digital way. Okay, so this instrument is known as, this is called speedometer, and this one is called odometer. Okay, so these two instrument machine we can see in the vehicles. So scooter, if you observe nearby handle front, you can observe there this all instrument is stuck up there. Okay, so with these two we can understand the speed as well as how much kilometer that vehicle has traveling, that we can easily understand. Now next is very important thing, that is distance time graph. So what is graph? So you might observe like this. So this kind of paper you have observed, correct? Graph paper we call. So here we will so in this graph paper we can draw one line like this, one line like this, correct? So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So like this, if we want to represent anything we can get like this, like this, like this, or like this. So different pattern we can get. Otherwise you can see this kind of things also. In statistics you have learned this, correct? So that means the pictorial representation of any data or any quantities, variables or quantities, the pictorial representation of two or more variables is known as graph. So what is graph? Graph is a pictorial representation of two or more variable or quantities. Okay, so there are different types of graph you can observe, correct? So as I shown first, you can observe different types. In that first one is bar graph. So if you observe here, you can observe birthday of students or month. So in our school also you used to make the birthday chart, correct? In that some children's birthday will be in January, some will be February. So like this way we can see that how many children's date of birth in, maybe 5 children date of birth is in January. So like that. So here how we are writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here they took scale is 2 children, 1 scale. So like that way for January total 3 children it has. February 4 children birthday. Then March only 2 children. So like that way. So how many children? We can't get this 2.5 children or 3.6 children. So like this point decimal number we will not get. That's why it is a perfect. So like this way we can make the bar graph for different. Also we can find out the bar graph for cricket score. So in one over, each means in one match maybe 20 over was there. So each over how many runs scored, so that also we can represent in the bar graph. So like this way different data we can represent like this bar graph. Why we call this bar graph? Because you can observe we are representing like one bar. Okay, that's why this graph name is bar graph. So next another one is known as pie chart. So pie chart, if you observe this already, you have studied in that nutrients. So different nutrients, how much we need to our balanced diet. There you can observe that fruits, vegetables we need maximum, so it is 40%. Then how much we need cereals or carbohydrate, proteins how much, then fats and oil how much. So this all we can make in a chart. So like this way we can represent. Other than this we can population of India, then different states, different languages, how many people spoke. So these all things we can make distribute in the pie chart. So like this way this is also one type of representation of graph. Okay, so next one is what we will learn here in distance time graph, that is nothing but line graph. To do the line graph, this all we can do in single pages, but line graph we need like this graph paper. So here you can observe the graph paper where this is known as x-axis, okay, and this is y. So this two are known as ordinate, okay, y ordinate, x axis. Where they have touch, that is O, this point is known as origin. Okay, so from the origin if we go right side towards it, that means this all are positive value we will get. Okay, and if from the origin if we go upwards we will get the positive value. Then opposite side means if we go left side it is negative, as well as down also it is negative. That means when we will do the time and distance graph, always it will be positive graph. Why? Because when we are asking the time, it not be negative, because time always move forward. So after this time, this after 5 seconds, after 4 seconds, how much distance it is covering. So these two, distance also will be positive as well as time also will be positive. So whatever distance time graph we will get, everything we will get in this place. Okay, so in positive side, so we will use like this graph. Now when we are talking about that this graph, that time maybe we just think we are getting that this may be 1 2 3. So here what is important, choose the scale. Okay, maybe some data you are getting like that one bus is traveling, first 1 minute it travels, 1 minute it travels 1 kilometer. Okay, then next 1 minute it travels another 1 kilometer. So like this you have data. That means you have to observe the time. So each time it is 1 minute. That means you have to choose that, like one box you are taking 1 minute, then 2 minutes, like that you have to choose the scale. So first what you have to see, you have to see the data, how many data are given. With that you have to choose the scale. Similarly, this side always x-axis, always time distance class will take x-axis time, and y-axis we will take distance. Okay, so here distance also we have to see that how much kilometers. So like that way we have to, maybe it is traveling like more, that's time you have to choose the more scale. Like each point you can say 5 kilometer, then 10 kilometer. So like that way you have to choose the one box as a scale. So how much will be one box, it will be the scale for that graph. This is most important, first to choose the scale. After that you have to distribute the data and you have to point out that graph. So when we will point the graph, we can see different types of graph. Okay, in that you can see like this. Here what is happening in 1 minute, it is the time is in minutes. So 1 2 3 4 5, so like that 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Here 1 meter, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, like this. So first 1 minute the vehicle has traveled 1 kilometer. Second 1 minute means in 2 minutes 2 kilometer. In 3 minutes 3 kilometer. Okay, 4 minutes 4. So if how the graph you are getting is straight line which is touched from the origin. So when it is, and that type of graph, it is showing that the object is moving in a constant speed. That means it has uniform motion. Okay, that when the distance is increasing with the proper simultaneously with the time in a proper order, that we can get a time distance graph, a straight line passing through the origin. That time it will be a graph for uniform motion of the object or vehicle. Okay, now if you get like this graph, that means the time is changing. With the time you can observe the things or the vehicle is showing that one particular distance. That means what, after a long time it is standing in that place only. That means this is showing that object is in stationary state. That means it is not moving at all, because first 1 minute it is here, second 1 minute it is here, third 1 minute it is 1, so 4 minute it is here. So always we are getting a single distance. That means it is not at all moving from its place. So this type of graph is showing that the object is in stationary state. That means it is stopped in one place. Now normally that when a vehicle is moving, we will get this kind of curved line. That means first 1 minute, first 2 minutes is travel 10 kilometer, then 4 minutes it travels 10 kilometer, 6 minutes it travel little more like 15 kilometer, 8 minutes it travel 20 kilometers. So like that, this we are getting a curved line. Okay, so this curved line is showing that is changing its speeds with time. Okay, always it's changing. So this kind of is known as non-uniform motion graph. So time distance come here, time with the time the distance is not continuously same kind of changes. We are getting different changes of the distance. So this type of graph is known as non-uniform motion graph. Okay, that means time and distance, with the time distance is changing in different manner. So these three graph is very important. By seeing the graph easily you can identify what type of time distance graph or what type of motion the object has. So with this explanation, this chapter has finished. Okay, so you have to read this chapter and practice the graph whatever is given in your textbook, the data. Okay, I hope you all have understood. If you have any doubt, ask through the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you children.